Well, hello everyone and welcome back to another theme park obsession video. My name is Dylan and thank you so much for tuning back in. As you can see, I'm back at the Disneyland Resort. We're gonna have some fun in both the parks. And I'm gonna walk into the parks through downtown Disney today. I'm gonna check up on a few things and talk about the all-new Coco ride that's coming to California Adventure. I wanted to talk about that for a little bit once we make our way over there. But yeah, I think it's going to be a good day. I was originally going to do a Knott's Berry Farm video, but I forgot to renew my pass. So I have to renew my pass. But I need to reconfigure all that stuff because now that Six Flags and Cedar Fair are one company, you can like consolidate everything and have a pass that is good for all the parks in the Cedar Fair chain and Six Flags chain because it's all one company now. So I'm going to renew both my Six Flags pass and my Knott's pass to just have everything all in one. That way I can visit all the parks around the country and not have to worry about multiple payments and all that kind of crazy stuff. So there'll be a Knott's Berry Farm video very, very soon. Six Flags will be up on the channel before Knott's Berry Farm. There really isn't too much going on at Knott's Berry Farm right now anyway, so there isn't too much to cover. They are getting ready for the peanut celebration though, so that'll be really cool. But as of right now, it's gonna be a lot of Six Flags stuff. But yeah, if you are a Six Flags pass holder or a Knott's Berry Farm pass holder, definitely look into the All Park Passport because the All Parks Passport is worth it, especially if you want to visit other parks around the country. So definitely look into that. It is 2:24 and it's pretty chilly out. Yeah, I wasn't sure if I was gonna need my jacket, but thankfully I brought it because yeah, it is a little chilly willy, a little bit closer to the coast over here in Anaheim. But makes for a good day to walk around the parks so we're not sweating our butts off. Because yeah, that's always fun when you're here during the summer and it's just so ridiculously hot, but not today. Got some clouds and everything too. Made it through security. Over here at downtown Disney, you can see they are working on the ESPN Zone building. They have some equipment staged back here. I'm gonna zoom in. Hold on, everybody. Yeah, all back there, ready to go, because they are going to heavily work on this building. You can see the chain link fence surrounding the perimeter. I'll zoom back out to 0.5 here. But yeah, and I know they've been taking things off of the front of the building, and I'm sure they'll get to this side here very, very soon. And I'm wondering if these trees are going to survive because they do run up really close to the side of the structure. I still have no idea what this is all going to be. By the looks of the construction going on, it looks like they're going to go ahead and save the building, and there'll be some new tenants on the inside. It might be a multi-purpose thing. Okay, yeah, they're already starting to take down some of the marketing right there. So yeah, big question marks here. I have no clue what they're going to be adding to this area of downtown Disney, but I'm glad they're working on it because right now all we have is the Earl of Trailer and an empty building. So yeah, maybe this will be some more food options, some other retail options. They've taken out the screen here, look at that. And then you see all the exposed wires and all that fun stuff. So I will be keeping an eye on that. Let's continue the journey through downtown Disney and over to the Grand Californian Hotel. I wanted to check up on the lobby. So I wanted to see if they decked it out for Lunar New Year, which starts at the time of making this video tomorrow. How exciting. And as a lot of you know that have watched my previous Disneyland vlog, you know that I'm really excited about the food. I think the food this year for Lunar New Year is gonna be amazing. So I can't wait to try it out. Yeah, and just as a refresher, the monorail is closed. And one of my viewers actually brought up a good point the other day, and they said that they might be working on the entrance turnstiles here to convert them over to the same ones that we have at the Esplanade, the ones that are all brand new. So that could be a possibility as well. It's definitely a possibility since this location's a little bit smaller compared to the Esplanade entrances. And also the Grand Californian entrance might be worked on as well. It would make sense to convert all of them over to the new turnstiles. I don't know why you'd keep some older ones and then have newer ones too. So I think eventually we're gonna see the new clear plastic gates installed resort-wide. Seems like we only have a few days or maybe even weeks left before this opens, the Disney Wonderful World of Sweets shop. Now, I pointed out the marquee sign in my last video, but I didn't notice these, so that's kind of neat. Okay, made it over to the Grand Cal lobby, and yeah, I don't see any decorations for Lunar New Year, so maybe they'll go in tonight, if anything. But yeah, that's kind of a bummer. I was expecting, you know, like maybe a giant snake or something in here, but maybe that's a little too scary. I don't know if that would be very popular with people, but hey, you never know. Maybe they could do like a pretty flower arrangement here in the middle. Now, since I'm over here, I might as well mention that Hearthstone Lounge will also have some Lunar New Year stuff available for you to try. I believe they have an appetizer, an entree, and like a cocktail or two. Also, shout out to the piano player for busting out the Kingdom Hearts. That is awesome. Yeah, why don't they have like a Kingdom Hearts land in any of their parks? What, like that blows my mind. Okay, made it into the park. Let's make our way towards the parade corridor. They are doing a preview of Lunar New Year today, so maybe we'll cruise on by and check some stuff out. And then we'll make our way over to the Hollywood land area of the park, because that's where I want to talk about Coco. And then maybe we'll jump ship over to Disneyland side. I always love this area of the park too. I do wish they had some running water through here. They do have the dry riverbed, but could you imagine some water flowing through this area? It would be really pretty. I mean, still, to this day, one of my favorite areas of the park since it's opened. And it's especially quiet over here because of Grizzly River Run's refurbishment. Yeah, it went down not too long ago and won't reopen until sometime in March. So yeah, that's why it's just really, it's even more peaceful over here, which, you know, I'll take it. Let's continue the journey. Yeah, all the booths are open today for preview. And remember, if you scan this QR code, you can order at all the booths and then just pick up your items instead of having to wait in a line. And trust me, it will get busy throughout the festival. Even though this is a shorter festival, especially on weekends, yeah, it's gonna be pop locking and dropping. So I would just order if you already know what you want. If you know what you want, just order it all from here and then go pick it up. So much easier. And then I also just checked up on the Sip and Savor Pass price for you. It's $45 if you're a Magic Key holder and $48 if you're not a Magic Key holder. I know, huge savings. Watch out, everybody. It's amazing. But yeah, $45, and that's for 6 tastings. So you might have to do the math and see what would be a better value. Some of the items are pretty expensive. So honestly, I feel like that's still a good deal because some of the items I think were like $8 or $9. So that still would be cheaper to get the Sip and Savor Pass at $45 versus buying things a la carte, because that would easily add up to like over $60. I also just ran into some friends here on the parade corridor. Shout out to Kira and Sammy, my Universal Studios buddies. And Kira was trying the spicy hot wings over at one of the booths, and she said it's very spicy. So I'm gonna have to try those when we do the festival booths. But let's continue on to the Hollywood Land area of the park, because I wanted to talk about Coco, because there's a lot of speculation happening online that Coco is actually going to the Hollywood backlot area of the park. Okay, we've officially made it to Hollywood. Oh, Five and Dime is coming down the street. They're excited about Coco as well. They're gonna sing a song about Coco coming up next. I love Five and Dime, so awesome. But yeah, Hollywood Land, or the Hollywood Studios area, could possibly be home to a Coco-themed land. And of course, the ride that they talked about at D23. All the speculation is pointing to this area of the park. Now, I don't know if they would change particularly all of this, because it is a monumental task. I mean, this is a pretty sizable area of the park. You know, you got the Hyperion, you have the animation building, which is this entire building right here, and then you have the Disney Junior Show building at the far end, quick service and all that kind of fun stuff. This is schmoozies, and then the back end of the theater, or the outdoor stage. So I don't know if they would necessarily change all of this. They might just keep this Hollywood Land. But on the other side of this, they could convert all of that backlot area into a Coco themed space. Because really the space that's behind me, like beyond this facade, is pretty gnarly. It hasn't changed since the park opened. And I think these facades would serve a great purpose in blocking, you know, the land on the other end. I think these are great. I love these facades. This kind of is a really good representation of different parts of Hollywood and Los Angeles. And so, yeah, no, I think they could keep them. I don't see anything wrong with keeping this. But when you come over here, you then discover the budget cuts of California Adventure that have just kind of stayed around since 2001. And it's all this kind of garbage. Yeah, see that? So I could see why that maybe this area of the park might be converted into a Coco themed area. They can utilize that space, they can get rid of Monsters Incorporated and redo something with that, and then they can also redo this entire space over here. And remember, the expansion pad goes all the way out into the bus loop. It's part of the Disneyland Forward project. That bus loop is part of California Adventure's expansion. This area of the park has always struggled, in my opinion. Again, it hasn't changed since the park opened, just little things here and there. And quite frankly, it's the least appealing looking land in the park. Everything else is kind of polished and they've done what they could to spruce things up. This, on the other hand, you still have so much exposed steel and just like what I just showed you, it looks gnarly. So I think this is prime real estate for something like Coco to move in and really, you know, have a space that showcases the IP, but also brings some more beauty to the park. And you could really integrate that California theme with the Spanish culture and all of that fun stuff. So I think this would be a great spot for Coco. And who knows how big the attraction is, but they can utilize that expansion pad beyond Monsters Incorporated to really make something spectacular. Because in the concept art that Disney has shown us for the Coco ride, it looks beautiful. So I'm really excited for it, and I think this spot would be a better fit versus the Pandora expansion coming to California Adventure. I'm still trying to wrap my head around the Pandora thing because I feel like, hold on, let me just spin you guys around really quick. I feel like the Avatar thing should have just gone to Animal Kingdom. They already have Pandora there. Why not expand upon it? Expand on a great idea that you already have. Versus California Adventure, I feel like we should have gotten something completely different. Or if you're gonna add Pandora to the parks here, then put it on Disneyland side. At least Disneyland side, I can let that slide as far as, you know, having a bunch of different IPs in that park. Whereas with this park, it has a California theme to it. I know the company doesn't really care about the park's core themes anymore, but it is kind of weird to have Avatar in a park that's called California Adventure, you know? Whereas Coco makes more sense. I will let Coco slide. Makes a little bit more sense because we're talking about California. So yeah, I think this would be a good spot for it. And yeah, as sad as it would be to see Monsters Incorporated go, let's be real, Monsters Incorporated was one of those ideas that they're like, you know what, Superstar Limo is not good. We gotta put something here in order to fix this problem. Let's put Monsters Incorporated. So, you know, it's done its duty. It's time for it to leave. And honestly, after going on the Monsters Incorporated ride at Tokyo, this just looks elementary in comparison. I mean, the Tokyo Monsters Incorporated attraction is amazing. So going on this version, you're like, oh, dang. So yeah, let's just get rid of all this, take the wrecking ball to every single thing that you see behind me, and build a beautiful Coco Land. I think that would be fun. I mean, like, you could really do some cool stuff over here. You could have a beautiful restaurant over there at the soundstage next to the refreshment area. You can have like a little bar or something over there. You can convert this into something. And then obviously you have the attraction maybe sit over here. You know, maybe do something really fun with the monorail beam too to disguise it. And, you know, because a monorail would look kind of silly running through an old California town, you know, like that would be kind of funny looking. But maybe they could do something that's very creative with this spot. Because yeah, all these buildings have been sitting here for so long, they don't even utilize them. This building used to be the Who Wants to Be a Millionaire Play It attraction. And then they've used it for gift shops and all that kind of stuff. And now they're using it for, you know, like special events. And I hear a special event thing happening in there right now. But yeah, and then you have this building over here, the Mickey's PhilharMagic, which again is like the budget version of the show. And you see all this exposed just steel and infrastructure. Yeah, I mean, and all this is left over from the Muppet Vision attraction they used to have here. So maybe we will see Coco in this corner of the park. I have a very strong feeling that this is where Coco is going to go, because a lot of people have talked about it maybe going to the pier. But the pier is an interesting spot just because of its backstage areas. The backstage areas are not huge, and there's a lot of space back there that's used for facilitating the park when it comes to food and beverage. So I don't know if they'd necessarily want to consolidate that stuff just yet when they have areas like this in the park that clearly need some help. I mean, this area of the park needs help. Grizzly Peak area looks great. Avengers Campus, we'll let that pass. Cars Land looks beautiful. They just did San Francisco Square. The pier is getting better and better over time. I feel like the pier looks really good. But this is still looking the same. This is the same as it's been for a long time. And I think it's time for some change. And pretty soon, instead of this Monstropolis Transit Authority sign, we might see a Coco stroller parking sign. You never know. I mean, really, if they wanted to, they can utilize this this building, the soundstage, for a new Coco themed show. You know, if you don't want to tear the building down and reuse it, well, there you go. You can build a new set in here and make it a theater show. There's a lot of potential in this corner of the park. There really is, like a ton of potential. Oh, PhilharMagic just let out. That means we gotta get the heck out of here. Let's go over here. We gotta get away from the mob. All these people are excited about Coco as well. But there are rumors going around that the new Coco Land is only going to be exclusive for Disney Visa card holders. So, I mean, obviously I'll keep you all updated, but as of right now, it's looking like this is only a Disney Visa card holder land. Yeah, this is where the stage is located. And yeah, I mean, look at all of this. It's, you don't really see this much anymore with Disney's new lands. Most of Disney's new lands are incredibly immersive and beautiful, and I mean, this is so rare. This is definitely, the Michael Eisner era of cheapening out on some things and being like, no, it'll be good, screw it. It's like we're in a studio, right? So that kind of stuff doesn't fly anymore, especially with today's pricing on a lot of these theme parks. So yeah, if I was an Imagineer, I would be like, yeah, no, we're gonna get rid of all this. We're gonna put up another facade here, make this a cute little town. We'll have the ride over there. We'll have a cool like cantina or something, a bar. Maybe we'll have a show or another ride over here, and then something going on over there. I mean, it's just, again, so much potential, it's sickening. Go ahead and comment down below. What do you think? Do you think the rumors are gonna be true about a Coco themed area coming to this area of the park? Or do you think they're just gonna build the ride somewhere else and there won't be a land? I think it's gonna be more than just a ride. I think there's a grander vision for all of this that they didn't talk about at D23, and maybe they'll talk about it at Destination D23. That's coming up this year, near the end of this year. We have Destination D23 in Orlando, and maybe they'll talk about the Coco stuff at that event. Because they're already starting construction on the Avengers projects. We know everything that needs to be known about that, as far as, obviously what that's supposed to look like, but we don't really know too much about the Coco experience. All we know is that they're gonna start construction in 2026. So yeah, maybe at the end of this year when they do Destination D23, they'll talk about it. If work does happen in this area, we're gonna see some survey markers and all that kind of fun stuff in the ground. So I'll be looking in the bushes and on the footpaths and whatnot over time, but it's still really early. We're not gonna see work until the end of this year, maybe even into 2026. At least that's what Josh tomorrow said. They're not going to start construction on this until 2026. So if something is going over here and it is Coco, it's going to be a minute. And then as far as Pandora is concerned, I have no idea where they're going to put that. I feel like that would just be better fit for Disneyland side and not over here at California Adventure. Because there's, again, a lot of rumors going on that it was going to be put in this area too. But I feel like this space is too small, even with the expansion plot in the bus loop. I still think this is way too small for a Pandora themed land and attraction. And that's another one they were saying is supposed to be like this grand thing. Like, the scale of the Pandora or the Avatar ride is going to be huge. So I don't know if they would put that over here. I feel like that is going in the Simba parking lot, DCA's other expansion plot for Disneyland Forward, which means we probably won't see Pandora for years. And this is the other elephant in the room. Like, what's going to happen with the Hyperion Theater? Are they going to keep it and still utilize it as a stage show? Or is this going down with the ship as well, if they do something to the Hollywood Studios area? I don't know. And there hasn't been a show here since the Rogers the Musical thing that they did, so there's a lot of big question marks in this corner of California Adventure, and it's also exciting to talk about these big question marks because I feel like the possibilities are endless. Let's continue the journey though. I'm gonna head up to the front of the park. And then yeah, I'm gonna jump over to Disneyland side really quick just to see what's going on over there. Maybe we'll do a full lap and get some steps in over there. Maybe I'm crazy, but DCA just got like really crowded. Is there like a blue light special on tickets right now? Is it like a, let's see, what time is it? Oh, it must be the 4 p.m. ticket deal that happens. You can get a California Adventure ticket for the same price as you can at 10 a.m. So maybe people are just taking advantage of that deal. Had some viewers talk about this and the 70th anniversary and like what its impact is gonna be. I honestly think they're gonna get this done before the 70th. The 70th kickoff is in May. And I think this facade project will be done because it looks like it's just a painting project. And they might do the other side after the summer, I don't know. Or they might try to knock it out beforehand. But I think this will be done pretty quick. Okay, made it to Disneyland side. Oh, lamp is gone. Lamp is gone. Breaking news, breaking lamp news, everybody. I know, I was just telling them about the lamp. The Disneyland band will lead our Flag Pursuit celebration. You're invited to gather in Town Square for this patriotic moment, beginning in just 15 minutes. Thank you. And then in about 30 minutes, we're gonna do a presentation about the lamp. So I'll be back in time for that. But I was gonna say that Disneyland side seems a lot less crowded than DCA side. And that could be because of the festival going on right now. Oh, hello, Disneyland ducks. You know, where do you think the Coco ride's gonna go? This is one of my favorite times to visit the park is at sunset, as you get these beautiful golden hour moments like this, walking into Frontierland. Oh, excuse me, down there, do you know where Coco is going? You don't know either? Okay. What about you guys? Do you know where Coco is going? Oh! Well, I didn't even think about that. Well, I'll take your word for it. I can't tell you guys though, they just told me right now to keep it a secret, so sorry. Sorry about that. Wow, that sunbeam, that was intense. Hope everyone's wearing their sunglasses at home. Yeah, look at this, isn't this beautiful? Especially on the front of Mark Twain. Yeah, that is very pretty. You got this nice reflection going on too in the water. Hold on, I'm gonna zoom in. Hold on to them hats and glasses. Oh yeah, look at that. That is what we live for right there, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, excuse me, over there off in the distance. Yeah, do you know where Coco's going? Do you know where Coco's going? You don't know either? Okay. There she goes. Yeah, if you're wondering how much stroller parking is over here, it's $29. I get that question a lot. Because, I mean, we see it, right? We always see the strollers over here. Yeah, $29 for stroller parking here on the Rivers of America. It's a little bit cheaper in other areas of the park, but since this is like prime parking, yeah, you're gonna be paying a little bit of a premium. You can see all the decorations are off of the mansion facade. So the attraction should be opening up here very, very soon. It doesn't take them that long to switch this one back over to OG Haunted Mansion. I'm thinking by the time next week rolls around, this will be ready to go. Oh. Okay, it's definitely busy over here on this end of the park. Might be because of Tiana's, which has a posted 70-minute wait, so it is popping over here in Bayou Country. And there looks to be a nice healthy line for the Hungry Bear Barbecue Jamboree quick service. Let's make our way into Galaxy's Edge, kind of do a lap around that, and then slowly start making our way out of the park. It is 4:27, I'm doing pretty good on time. And again, for those wondering, today is a Thursday in January. This is what the crowds are like. Now, before we head over to the marketplace, I don't remember these shirts over here by Rise of the Resistance. Look at this. Millennium Falcon, okay. It's nice. Is there anything on the back? Nope. And it is priced at $34.99. And I have a whole, oh, I was wondering where my size was. Perfect. And if you're not a fan of the cream color, well, they have it in black as well. Well, this one's slightly different, but if you don't like that other color. That's $34.99 as well. It's actually a pretty good quality t-shirt. It feels nice. Again, with this sunset going on, look at how pretty that is on the marketplace buildings. Oh yeah, so good. Marketplace is pretty busy today. Okay, I'm braced for impact. I am braced and ready to go. Always one of my favorite shots, looking straight back towards Rise of the Resistance in the marketplace at sunset. It's beautiful. But here at Katsaka's Kettle, they have some tasty treats available for you. They have a blueberry muffin and a slushie, watermelon and lemon lime slushie, yogurt popping spheres, and strawberry cream. That sounds pretty good. And then the blueberry muffin is just a blueberry muffin with the dipping sauce, the creamy dipping sauce, $7.49. It's pretty expensive for a muffin. And also the big news over here is they've added some tables and chairs to this area because they've never really used this queue space. Originally when this opened, they had like a little queue area, but they never use it. So they put some tables and chairs over here now. I love all the rock work here. They did such a great job. It's beautiful, including all the transition points too. Which here we go. Hold on, everybody. Hold on. For those that are new, you're about to experience the transition back into Disneyland. Bing, bing, bing. Yeah, that was intense. By the way, cups over in Galaxy's Edge have changed as well. So resort-wide, this is the look of the new drink cups. Those will probably be available at Walt Disney World as well. I don't know about the other parks, Disneyland Paris and Tokyo, and the Chinese parks. They might have a different design over there. Because I know when I went to Tokyo Disney, their cups looked totally different than ours. Over here at Matterhorn, there is a lengthy line for the single rider. My goodness. I wonder how long the regular line is. Holy guacamole. Harold must be putting on a great show today. Word must have gotten out. And he might be excited for the Coco ride as well. Maybe he knows where it's going. Let's see what the wait time is. I'm guessing like 60 minutes easily. Oh no, 45, okay. Well, it's not too bad for Matterhorn. Way better than 450. So they just dropped the 0. So yeah, I'll take it. Yeah, I've waited all the way out here before. Cutting through this way, decided not to walk through Tomorrowland. Because of the crowds, I feel like it might be a little chaotic going through Tomorrowland right now. Yeah, at first I was like, okay, it's not as busy over here, but all of a sudden, just like DCA, it kind of picked up out of nowhere. So it might just be the annual pass holders coming in a little bit later. Ooh, I love the purple and white over here. Still got some sunset action happening. Looking gorgeous over the tree line there. There we go, that's a little better for you. But yeah, I think a lot of people are coming into the park right now that maybe have gotten off work or whatever. And decided to go on a couple rides, have something to eat. Still a beautiful day to be here, but yeah, I mean, as far as ride wait times, they might be going up in a little bit. Ooh, yeah, look at that on the castle. The snow, by the way, is slowly melting. It's almost melted off the top of the castle there. Successfully made it out of the park. I think that was a pretty solid Disneyland video, I gotta say. That was fun to do a lap around both parks. Check up on some updates. Ooh, the music just cut out. That was very odd. The music's not even playing in the Esplanade anymore. Oh, there we go. Okay, it's back. Anyways, yeah, it was a great day. That's so funny. Made it to the parking structure. Look at that. Cotton candy sky. That is beautiful. Remember when we were over here covering Galaxy's Edge when they were building the entire land? Yeah, good times. Memories for sure. That was a very loud car, sir or ma'am, driving that. That was, is that necessary? Whatever. The sky, on the other hand, is necessary. This is beautiful. Love it. It does look like cotton candy. It looks like you can eat it. And I mean, you could try. Yeah, I parked like at the end of the structure, like way on the far end. I'm in like goofy Egypt or something. So definitely getting my steps in before the gym, that is for sure. I do not have to worry about cardio today. Or I can do some cardio and burn a few extra calories. I mean, that works too. But yeah, I'm like way over here. At least I think. I hope no, I feel like I'm like way on the end because I do remember it was quite the distance. So, yeah, when I pulled up, I was like, oh no. And I had a feeling I was like, maybe it's going to be busy in the park, but I don't know. Maybe I just got a little unlucky with the parking. But it's all good. It's all good. But I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you did, you can let me know by smashing the thumbs up button. And if you're new to the channel and you love these videos from the Disneyland Resort or some of your other favorite theme parks, well, you should consider subscribing because I have brand new videos every single week that you won't want to miss out on. And also, be sure to follow me on Instagram and X. I post all the time there. So links will be down below in the description. Don't forget about those platforms as well. But until the next video, I hope you have a beautiful day, morning, evening, whatever it is. I'll see you next time in the parks. Bye.